Anyway, I'm back. So, you remember any of that now?
No,
You don't?
I don't have access to any of it. You do.
Well, it's actually on YouTube. It's on the My Kind Media network. You can watch the.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
still up there.
I'm not currently on my time. Me watching it right now.
What?
No.
You know what? Okay. Anyway, okay, that's cool. Well, I want to talk to you about what my associate, my friend who is out here, and he's not available today for some reason. He knew the interview was gonna, well, not the interview. He was gonna confess today because we
Oh
had a
yeah.
time and all that. But basically, a little story about what happened with him. He'd been with his girl for 24 years, and he's done a lot of things like lying, cheating, all the works multiple times. Was forgiven multiple times, and this time she just said, I'm done. I'm really done. I don't have nothing to do with you anymore. I can't carry on. It looks
Good.
like you.
Good for her.
That's
Good for
what
her.
that's what I say. I can't carry on. I can't deal with being treated like this anymore. Um, you have shown me that you don't care for me. I can't trust you to you know what to say um, protect me or be a true friend or anything like that, because lying and cheating are basically the same thing in a sense, but the cheating thing is when you mix your body parts with another person, which I mean that's horrible, but I mean so is lying. So there's that, and when you do it multiple times, what you're telling that person is that you don't really care, and that you're not really ready to be with them. And he was very upset about it, of course. I guess that's what we do. We go through that, we be upset, and instead of blaming ourselves, well, not me, because I did blame myself, but blaming him and blaming himself, he basically took offense and was trying to call her out her name, and I had to check him. I'm like, bro, you can't call her that. You can't, because that's not what she is. Saying, calling her the B word, the bitch, and all that. I'm like, you did this. You have to own up to what you did. I mean, I don't know any other way to put it, because you did it. You're the reason why you guys are where you are. So, he was going to talk about that and go into detail about what he did. He was even going to try to, well, I'm going to say justify it, but he tried to say, well, I was running after the industry and blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, that's not an excuse. It's not. I mean, if before you cheat on a person, do yourself and them a favor and just break up with them. Break it off. Don't cheat on them. Just let it go. And if you do that, then you won't have to worry about lying to them either. And you basically save everything. Just move on. So that's basically what we were supposed to talk about tonight. But maybe tomorrow night he'll give me a chance, and we can talk about it then. What do you think about that?
Well, how did they stay together 24
I
years?
don't understand that. I really don't. And I told him that there's going to be two sessions to this. It's going to be his confession, where I just let him talk about everything, and then the second session will be where it's an interview, and I will ask him questions like, "How were you guys together 24 years? What were you thinking, et cetera, et cetera?" Um, Multiple times of doing the same thing. Did you love her? Well, I already know you didn't.
Of course. I have one question. I have one question.
What's the question?
When he cheated, did he put his dingling in another girl bra?
I don't know. I didn't. That could be one of the questions I asked.
Because
That
I'm gonna
that could
say
be one of
something.
the questions.
You know, do you realize what you can bring back home?
Oh! Hold the news. I'll say I'm not trying to spoil it, but there is something that happened. He did bring something home.
Mm.
That happened too, but I'm not. I'm gonna let him say what it was. But he did do that. That you're right. He brought something home, and
Wow.
it was bad. Very bad. So,
You know, his life is, if he's just gonna spend the rest of his life alone, he will.
well, yeah. I here's the thing. He should. He deserves that. But life is life, and I can't say what you deserve because that could be
No,
me. I don't know.
I'm not saying what he deserves. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I mean, these are just the natural laws of things. You can't keep doing it to a person and think, okay, now we're apart. I can live my life. It's not gonna happen.
What I'm thinking is this too. If
You
you
gotta.
if you find a way to uh not heal yourself, but change. I don't know how people can change that, but if you can find a way to change and you see yourself, you own up to what you did, and you really, I don't know about consulting or talking to people or what, but something, there might be hope. But
No, listen.
go ahead.
Look. Oh man. There are repercussions, man. He did this over for 24 years. Listen to what I'm saying. He did this for 24 years without regard. And then when she finally left him, he called her a bitch. It's not going to work. Nothing's going to work for this guy. He's going to pay for his crimes dearly. It's called being alone for the rest of your life. Nothing he's going to do will work out when we're trying to have a relationship. How can you be with someone 24 years, repeatedly do the things you do, knowing it, and call someone else a bitch when they get tired of it? Finally, after 24 years.
Well, personally, I feel that he called her a bitch because he basically was angry at himself, which, I mean, he didn't call her a bitch to her. He said it to me, and I corrected him. Yeah, I was like, no, you can't call her a bitch, man.
He was mad at himself. He was mad because he's selfish. He's selfish, and he's a narcissist. And
he is a narcissist.
He just flat out doesn't care.
Yeah.
That's why he called her a bitch.
So.
Because he felt like it.
Yeah.
Man, that guy's done. He's done.
And then when I told him, because I was like, listen, because you know how you consulted with me. Of course, I didn't really listen to a lot of stuff you were telling me, but I was trying to do the same thing with him. And I said, listen, you need to let it go, let her go. If you have any pictures of her in your phone, I would get rid of those pictures. I would get rid of all the texting. I would block her. I would, and because he was angry at the fact that she blocked him. I'm like, dude, if you're blocked, you're blocked. It's over.
You gotta be kidding me. He was angry?
He was angry. Well, how's she gonna block me? Well,
man,
the way I see it, I told him, I said, the way I see it, you blocked you. She didn't block you. Well, she did it physically, but you're the one who wanted it because you did what you did to her. So, I mean, just own up to that.
Wow.
But I told him, I said, what you need to do is move on, because she already did. You're dead to her. You're done. So this fool says, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Man, the very next day he went to her house. And I was like, what the hell? And then he said, yeah, man, the police showed up. Of course they showed up. What the hell? She called the police on you, bro. I mean, what are you doing, man? For real. So
wow.
He was like, yeah, man, I messed up on that. I said, if you want to go to jail, keep going this route. That's what's going to happen. You're going to end up in jail.
He didn't mess up on that. He's a messed up person. Period. I mean, he didn't mess up on that. He is just a messed up guy.
Yeah.
24 years, and talking about you're chasing the industry. So you're gonna do that?
Yeah.
How could he go home to her every night and look at her in her eyes? How could he have dinner with her and look at her? How could he sit at TV watching a movie laughing? How could he do that?
He was doing it.
You gotta be the most evil person on earth, man. That's evil.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
what that
he's
is.
Satan. That's the devil.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, listen. You're living with the woman, right?
Right.
And you're saying you love her, you telling her all these things, honey, baby, just watching movies on the couch, throwing popcorn in each other's mouth and stuff, and then you are vigorously cheating behind her back, and then coming back home, doing it again. She finds out and forgives you, and you do it again, and you do it again, and dude, that's the devil.
Yeah.
That guy is Satan.
Well,
did he grow up with did he grow up with a single parent or something like that?
I don't know. I don't, how I know him is we work together in the industry. He's a videographer, and he does good work, and that's how I know him. But I don't know his background. I'm not gonna go into detail because I'm gonna let him tell that story. But I don't know about all that.
You want to get to the root of the problem.
Oh, I'm going to. These are good questions. I'm gonna ask.
He probably didn't want to do it because now he feels ashamed, but he still don't want to admit his shamefulness, and that's narcissism, man.
That's what it is. You're right.
At its height.
Yep. It is. And he's going to have to deal with that, most likely for the rest of his life.
Yeah, for the rest of his life. We're talking about 24. That's a long time, man.
It's a long time. You're right. It's a long time. It's a long time.
Repeatedly hurt somebody.
And
she's a fool. She's a fool for putting up with it.
She is. And I mean,
he saw her weakness and he attacked it. He took advantage of her weakness.
Yeah. And the multiple times that she forgave him too shows that she's weak, because the first time should have been the last time. It should have been the last time. And he got multiple times, chances, if you want to call that. And I don't know how many chances he got, but with 24 years, he made it seem like she gave him hundreds of chances. I'm like, whoa, that's...
And he took total advantage of it all.
Because what was happening is he was used to it. Like, okay, I'll just do this. I'll do this. She don't care because she forgave me before. And that's what you actually start saying to yourself, because now you think that you're immortal and you're above whatever, which is, you're right, that is the devil. That's not humane. That's not.
Wow, that's sad, man. That's any friends we got like that. I think, dude, you are the most screwed up person in the world, right? Yeah. You really are.
And you know what's so funny? So I didn't even know this about him. Like I've known this guy for probably 3-4 years, and but I didn't know he was going through this.
So to hide his
well, he never. It never became a conversation. We were business consultants. I hired him for services. That's how I know him. So then. I sent, you remember that video I sent, that last one I sent, called To Forgive or whatever, or Forgive?
Oh, yeah.
I sent him that video, but the reason I sent him the video was because I wanted his advice on how I was doing it, because he's a damn good videographer. So I wanted his, hey man, what do you think about what I did? And when he got it, he reached out to me and said, hey man, how did you know? I said, what do you mean, how did I know? How'd you know that me and my girl broke up? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. He said, because that video is kind of like, isn't that what you were telling me? That I said, no. I sent you the video because I wanted your advice on what I did. And then he just started telling everything. And this guy was damn near crying, man. I was like, what have I done? That wasn't the purpose of the video,
Yeah, that's actually a good thing. That's a good thing, right?
So I caused him to open up.
And confess. That's good.
Yeah. Well, I guess one good thing came out of that video.
Now that's a really good thing because now he's ready. Wow, something touched him, man. That's really good. So his heart got touched, and but he's done. I mean, he really is. You know what? The thing is this. He can. Well, he still called her a bitch and all that stuff, and try to blame her for his wrongdoing. But when he comes clean, you gonna have to tell him, dude. I don't think. How old is he?
He's like, like in his 50s.
I said, brother, you're gonna grow old alone. You really are.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you'll never know what love is because you don't know what love is.
no, he
You will
doesn't.
never know. And then that stuff has been so compiled on you in your heart, you'll never find it, bro. You can confess all you want. I mean, that's a good thing. That's great. But just be prepared
I
to
like
spend the
to
rest of
hope
your life
that the
on it.
confession would help him, realize what he did, and hopefully he'll never do it again. But I don't know. I mean, he may
Well, he
not get
won't. He
another
won't.
chance.
He won't do it again because he won't have a chance to do it again.
Well, we'll see. That'd be interesting.
Look, man, look. Okay, so you come clean, right? You're like, oh man, whoa, that felt good. I come clean with everything, and I want to change now. You got on a date with the girl, and she say, "So tell me about your last relationship."
Oh, that part.
Come on, man. You have to talk about those things.
Yeah.
And he's gonna say, "Damn. Well, I was involved with a woman for 24 years. I cheated on her for 24 years. She accepted me for 24 years. Finally, when she said she had enough of it, I called her a bitch, a whore. I didn't want to accept it, that I did wrong. I want to blame it all on her." This one was going to say, yeah, check, please.
Exactly. So,
But I learned from it. I learned. She said, you learned what?
so
You learned to use
you're right. You're right. So on
That's
that
what I'm talking about.
on that note, Mr. Unanimous, I'm gonna have to go because I got to my location, and we're gonna pick this up again on another date because
Okay.
and wait, I'm gonna do the interview with him, and well, not the interview, but first the confession, and then you'll hear that, and then we're gonna talk about his confession because I want this to be a thing, and then when I
Okay.
do the interview. We're gonna talk about the interview. What I want to do on the interview, if you're okay with it, I want to call you on the interview when I'm interviewing him
Yeah,
because
but
I
I don't know
told
if
him
I think it's
I'm gonna
okay. You
call
better make
people.
sure he.
No,
You
no,
better
no, no.
make sure he's okay.
No, I told him. I said there's gonna be some people around the country, friends of mine, that are gonna chime in on your interview. And he said, "Oh, is it a guy or a girl?" I said, "Does it matter?" I mean, because the male friends I have will be just as brutal as the females. You're worried about the females, bro.
Yeah, see, that's what he's worried about. He's worried about the females.
So
And since he thinks the guy, because it's a guy thing. Guys, oh yeah,
yeah, that's what he's thinking.
I'm gonna say, hey, bro,
No,
did you hate your mom?
but he's not.
Did you hate
He
your
doesn't. Yeah,
positive relationship with your mother?
right.
Because to treat a
Yeah,
woman that way,
right, because
you have to have hated your mom,
he
man.
doesn't know you, and I do. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna thank you for your time, bro, and I will be definitely in touch. So have a good night. All right.
All right.
All right, man.
All right.
Later.
Later.